welcome you all. So today we will learn about again a part of measurement, which is volume and time. Let's learn about this. What is volume and what is time? So what is volume? Volume refers to the amount of space an object takes up. It is the amount of three-dimensional space of an object occupies. So we all know what is the three-dimensional space, which have three dimensions, like a cuboid have length, breadth and height. But a two-dimensional is a rectangle which don't have any height. So if there is some height in any object, that is called three-dimensional object. So that volume is the space occupied 3 by 3 dimensional object. All matter possess volume, we all know. You can see a cuboid over here. So now what is the volume and what is capacity? Capacity is a term related to volume. Yes, it is related to volume, but there is a difference between capacity and volume. So it is amount of space inside container. So if you see capacity is the how much amount a container can hold that can be filled. A hollow object can have both capacity and volume. So you must keep in mind, a hollow object like a cup have both capacity and volume, whereas a solid object have volume only, because you can't fill anything inside that. If there is a space to fill anything inside any container, so that is called capacity. But what is matter used to make that particular object, that is called its volume. The diagram shown in capacity of a mug, so it's a capacity of mug is shown over here. It's 750 ml. The volume of the liquid, if we'll talk about only liquid, the volume of a liquid is 750 ml. But if we will measure the volume of liquid along with the container, then it will be different. Keep this in mind. Capacity and volume are the different things, but when we measure of any object inside any container, liquid, like suppose milk in any jar, so then the volume of milk is different thing and capacity of that jar is different thing. Now measuring a volume, how to measure a volume? The volume of a regular solid can be measured from their length, breadth and height and diameter. We all have done the activity, you all have done, that's why we have done activity earlier, so that you can know that we can measure these things, and you all know the formulas of mathematical formulas to measure all these things. Sorry, so where were we? Okay, for liquids the volume is measured in measuring cylinders. We all know liquids are measured, like we used a container to keep water, so that have marking, or we take milk from vendor, so he also measures with a measuring tube or measuring cylinder, we can go. So unit of volume, let's see what is the unit of volume. So I have told you earlier, there are two type of unit. One is fundamental unit and one is derived unit. So we all know volume is a derived unit. And what is the unit of volume is centimeter cube or meter cube. How meter cube came, how we derived means how we made meter cube or centimeter cube, by multiplying 3 centimeters. What are they 3 centimeters? First centimeter can be of, or meter or centimeter, both are like, you can use both the things. So first centimeter is like height, second can be width and third can be length. So we can replace all the things. So SI unit of volume is centimeter cube or meter cube. Or we all know 1 cubic meter or 1 meter cube is 1000 liter, and 1 liter is equals to 10 centimeter cube. This also I have told you earlier. How can we measure time? Let's talk about time. We unit time to arrange event in past, present and future. We also use it to make comparison and measure the speed at which things move. We keep track of time using clock and watches. So we all know time is to measure event, to measure past, present and future. Ancient methods. So what these all are the ancient method. So you have seen this kind of device, you may have seen this kind of device, and this is also a device. I will give you a I'm giving you an assignment to write about Jantar Mantar. So there you can see a device in Jantar Mantar like this. They have earlier people have built along walls, very large walls that measured the height. Please do read about Jantar Mantar. So it's place where which earlier people made to measure the time. Time depends upon the rotation of Earth. You know, Earth rotates on its own axis. One day describe the time takes for Earth to make a full rotation on its axis. One day is one whole rotation on its axis. Some of ancient devices used to measure time were sundial. We all know sundial. Jantar Mantar. You can read about Jantar Mantar. The shadow formed was used to guess the time. Hourglass. This glass may have sand or water, and then they used to keep it. And once sand will drop in the other part, and then they used to flip that one. You might have seen this kind of in somewhere. So modern devices, we all know some of the modern devices of measurement time are analog clock, wristwatch, digital clock, and watches. We all these are familiar with these kind of devices. We all have seen this kind of devices running races during stopwatches. We might have seen in our inbuilt in our watch, or maybe you have seen it while going for a race and etc. Unit of time. What are the units of time? The SI unit of measurement of time is second. So time standard unit is second. And what is the multiple for that? Multiple is minute, hour. And what is the submultiple? Subunit, which means the division of second, the smaller part of second. So they are milliseconds, smaller units. You might have heard about nanoseconds. They are more smaller than the second. Microsecond, है ना? Okay. So year is also multiple of time. Now 10 years is known as decade, 100 years known as century, and 1000 year is known as millennium. And while devices to measure time have existed for thousands of years, the first mechanical clock, this is a fact for you, first mechanical clock was created in 725 BC by Yi Zhang and Liang Lingzhen in China. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.